Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so just doing a quick video. I mean, I don't know. I just do things live because it's just easier now. I'm not going to edit anything basically. Maybe a quick video. Basically, this is really for me and for you if you want to follow along about where I'm at with my strategy at this point. So just to explain, so what my strategy is effectively is on the 1 minute chart. It's trend following. So with the trend, there's actually two entries. One's with the trend and one is trendline retest. So effectively what we do, I'll try and show you here, but then I'll go to the live chart and see if we can see something forming. I mean, this is quite good here. So you see how we're in this sideways price action. So obviously I can't trade that, which is something I'm trying to figure out how to decipher. But then what we effectively need is once we break out of this sideways action, so basically here we get triggered, we then form a trend line from the last 2 points. So it might be easy to show. I will show you, but so just bear with me. But so once I have two touches and then a break above the swing high, if we're bullish, that is when now we are looking for the next retest. And then we can just buy that, but basically buy the pullback to the trend line. And we're always following the last two touches of the trend line because the momentum can flatten, it can sharpen. So we're always just following the last 2 points. And that's it. It can go as high as it wants. It will obviously level out and come down, but therefore, to say it's triggered here and then wait for the retest, I've got this touch point and I've got this touch point. So then once we came here and I got this candle, I'm in. So which I'm guessing is this trade here. I was already in on another one because I actually took it too early once we broke above this. That was the trendline retest. So what that is, so if you get that, fine. It's really simple. That's really flipping simple. Trendline retest is this, okay? And it was that. So we have an established trend. We've obviously broken through that trend. So I'm looking at these. Here are my three last points, creating that trend line. So now we've broken through. Great. I leave this trend line in. And when this does happen, when we come up and hit the trend line, I'm then looking for a reversal in the trend. So it could have then come down, but it didn't. We had this sideways momentum and then we started up again. But yeah, so that one didn't work. But where we had this sideways, this was an invalid trade. I'm figuring things out. But where we then broke, so I had this trend line in place. Once we broke above it here, and then we had this candle, that was a trend line retest. So I took that, fine. And I think I had an inkling because we had some really nice bullish candles. Actually it was really bullish off of the retest. So that's it. There's two types of entries basically. The WTT, the with the trend, which is just that simple. And then if we break below or under it, we wait for a retest and take that and just try your luck. So also more to it than that actually is, so that's on the 1 minute chart. I generally start on the hourly on either, I like EURUSD, the DAX or gold seem to be working well. So I'll come to the hourly and then I've hidden them, but I'll mark out all the key levels on the hourly. So you can see here where, look, effectively this is a range, this is a range because we've got these tops. So yeah, just marking these out. And then we've actually got a bit of a bearish trend on the hourly. So I've just got that in. I've just put that in to see what happens. I don't know, maybe we'll come off here. And then basically I'll just go straight down to the 1 minute. I've got those levels. So I'm just sort of aware that I've got clean air basically. We're sort of mid-range. And then yeah, on the 1 minute, you can see here, I will use the last 2 points. Well, actually, no. Well, look, this is a good way to show you. There you go. And then that projects it forward. So you can see what we're in here. But what's happened now is momentum has grown. Momentum has sharpened to the upside. So now we're actually in this. So, I mean, let's just see. I'm not going to do an actual trade, but I'm looking for this long. Just to show you essentially. Well, go on. Look, I might just put in that as well, because this might be forming one high like this. You know, we're counting this to this, that, like I haven't, like, look, essentially, you know, we're looking at like this, aren't we? But in this time, and that's then come back down. So, you know, you always want to be more cautious. Like, I think really, I don't know, Look, we pulled up, we came down, we came off here. All right, let's go with it. Blah, blah, blah. So look, if we break below, I'll consider this line. But if it holds, then I mean, that's just great confidence, isn't it? And, you know, are we heading to this kind of area? Potentially, yeah. So look. That'd be great if we get a trade off. How long is this video? 6 minutes, whatever. So, you know, basically we just want a nice rejection. You know, imagine if we got like a nice bullish engulfing candle off the next candle. Like what the fuck? I mean, it's just confidence, isn't it? Obviously, oh yeah, and I aim the 2 point. Look at that, 2.5. Yeah, so I'm triggered in there. I would say, wouldn't you? Yeah, very much. Yeah. Fine. That's the trade. What time is it? 12. Yeah. I don't know if like now's the best time to be trading, but it doesn't matter. I'm just showing you, like, it doesn't matter what happens, you know. It's just showing you that's my strategy. I'm tracking at the moment at about, let's see what the like win-loss ratio is. Oh yeah, here. No, I'm not. I mean, you can keep watching that. Yes, trade analysis. So we're currently at a 46.5% win rate. And if you think at 2.5 to 1, Jesus. So for every 46, well, let's just say, yeah. So that's 45 times 2.5. Out of every 100 trades, 112.5. 45, so take away 55 losers is 57.5 plus. How's that work? If I bet £1 on every trade over 100 trades, I'd be up £57.50. Does that make sense? It's got a 46.5% win rate at 2.5. 2.5 is a big risk reward ratio. So 45 times I win £2.50, whereas 55 times I lose £1. See? And that's fine. This is the majority of losers. Oh, but then look. See, now it might be trying to drag me in. I mean, problem is maybe this is yeah, I think this is the trend line I should be monitoring. That is basically buying at resistance, isn't it? So let's see. Yeah, I mean, that'd be a lovely pullback anyway. So that might have been a bit hasty. Just wait and see if we come back to here. I mean, you get the idea. Simple as that. Basically, I might film my session later and we can just go through it together then. Like this. So what I would do if this does like pop off now, is look, we've got a high here. Let's call that a low. If that pops off now, like, you know, like it looks like it's going to, I will start and yeah, I might have been I was a bit early, wasn't I? You know what? If it pops through, right? I'm not going to take a trade, but if it pops through there, that validates this line. That becomes the main trend. So yeah, maybe that's primary trend, that's a secondary trend. And we're obviously in an uptrend since the markets woke up. Yeah, I mean, that's looking very bullish, isn't it? Gosh. And there's no point me chasing. Like right now, my ego is thinking to chase that, but it's just not right. Like wait for it to touch, wait for it to come back. I mean, that might just poke its head over and then come back to our secondary trend. So don't worry about it. I won't go on too long. I don't want to make this video too long because it's just, you're not going to listen. No. So that, see what I mean? It's not a clear break of the high. Well, now it's looking better. Yeah. Oh, don't know. I think. Yeah, no, it's not a clear break. I think it's worth us waiting for the price to come back here if it does. It's just not. It's looking like this, isn't it? Looking like this, basically. Unless you want to like fucking come on. Either way, it doesn't matter. At this point, we will see. If we get rejection off this line, I'll buy it. If it breaks through, I'll wait to see if we get rejection off this line. We are certainly in this. But more importantly, it's like now is not the time to be trading this strategy. There's nothing moving the market. I think, you know, this morning's London sessions opened up. We've had all this, set the tone, haven't they? We've had this. Look at that. There you go. So this is forming a bit of more of like a 5-minute high. So yeah, this is yeah. Always good to reference the higher time frame. Obviously, just gives you a bit more context perspective. Like, yeah, this is just, I don't know. Well, Again, remember the last two. If that breaks above. Right, okay, I'm not going to go on, but you get it, right? Simple trend following, just quickly revert back to, where is it? Fuck's sake. So, here, so I was on that. Obviously, that didn't pay off, but then it did pay off here. Look, I suddenly got 7.5 R in all of that, like that trend building up. Whereas I just lost 3 R here, 4 R. That was a mistake. 4 R, 7.5. So I walked away with 3.5 R. So if you risk 1%, you'd have walked away with 3.5%. You get. I risk 0.5 because prop firm challenges and shit. So yeah, that's it. All right. I might see you later. Ta.